Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Master J. Thank you for tuning back in. This is my third video I'm going to be uploading now. So as you can tell, I'm kind of new at all this. So I'm happy for every viewer, like, comment, or even sub that I get from you guys after watching the video, of course. And if you guys are wondering why my accent sounds a little weird, it's because I was born in America but grew up in Germany. So at a very young age, I was speaking German and English at the same time, basically. And I guess that screwed up my accent a little bit. So just in case you guys were wondering, that's the reason why. On this channel, we basically talk about aliens, the paranormal activity, scary videos, stuff like that. So basically anything. So if you guys have any advice, tips that you can give me, what you would like me to do better, or things that you would like me to talk about or react to, don't hesitate to type it in the comments, and I will take every single comment into consideration. Okay, so today, guys, we will be talking about a 911 call I came across a few weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. It was about this man in North Carolina. He was driving with his pickup truck through the night, and something, which we don't know exactly what it is, jumped in the back of his truck and started scratching it and tried to get in. Apparently, I don't want to spoil too much because we're gonna watch the whole interview and everything. And this incident happened in 2021, and I don't know why it just recently blew up, or I just came across it, because it should have been everywhere. All right, so guys, let's see what this is about. Oh, not that. Scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Henry County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Can you hear
I'm
this?
driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53 East. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay,
This is a
you're over
real
near
911
Fourth
call,
Street?
guys.
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir,
Did you guys
are
hear
you
that?
okay?
Could you hear the truck speeding up after he yelled, "It's not human"? The only thing that kind of uh makes this video weird for me is why that long pause after she was asking him a question. He was speaking the whole time,
And did you
and then all of
saw
a
a
sudden there
man
was a
standing on the
pause.
side of the road?
See, before that, something jumps on. There's a long pause, and my question is why. But still, I mean, it's a real 911 call, and I checked. I verified it as well. It's true. Even the sheriff that speaks on this later, I checked him out too. He's a real person, so this did actually happen. It's freaky. Just listen to it again.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road. It's in my truck. In the bed.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Can you imagine that? Can you
Yes,
imagine
ma'am. I
that?
just turned on my bed lights for my truck, and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
Do you hear that?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Did you hear that? It did sound like something kind of fell off of his truck onto the road or something. Something heavy, man. That was something heavy. But also, he's kind of calm. Like, if I was in that situation, I would be freaking out. You would definitely hear it in my voice. But listen closely. You hear something happening again.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am. I just turned on my bed lights for my truck, and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay,
And
what
he's speeding
was
up.
it?
You hear him speed him up?
According to the CAD notes and the deputy reports,
That's the
this
sheriff
thing
that I
jumped
looked up.
into the back of his pickup truck and began to actually beat on the top of the cab of his truck. You could actually hear something beating on the top of the truck. The caller stated that it was beating and scratching on the top of the cab of his
We couldn't
truck.
hear that.
He actually stated that he was able to engage his bed light and was able to somewhat identify this object that was in the back of his truck.
I mean, we heard the jump and the falling off, but the scratches and the hitting we couldn't hear. He probably has access to better quality video or recording. So
At some point, he was able to slam on his brakes, and the force of inertia actually threw this thing out over his hood and onto the highway, where this thing stood up in the roadway, made its way to the wood line, and disappeared in the woods.
Oh, hell no.
Hi, guys, it's Rusty. I'm about to interview the young man that was driving the truck the night of the frantic 911 call. T, finally I get a chance to meet you. I got to tell you, I heard the 911 call a couple of months.
This happened, as I said earlier, in 2021, and just now they're starting to interview him. So I mean, it actually speaks for him if you think about it, because he didn't want to get popular off of any of this. He doesn't even want to show his face. That shows me that it's not for his own good. You know, he doesn't want to like chase clout with the story. So it makes it kind of believable. We'll see.
To go, actually. And it's been a little bit of a challenge to get the sheriff's schedule, my schedule, and finally now we've got your schedule all worked out so that we can talk to you and get you to tell your story. Obviously, we're not going to share your name or your face. Totally understand that. But after talking with you, clearly your voice is the voice that's on that 911 call. So if you would, just start wherever you want to. We want to hear the whole story.
So,
take as much time as you need.
I guess I'll start from the beginning of the trip. I was coming up from Florida to visit my family. At the time, I was going to a trade school down there, and when I was driving up here to where the incident occurred by the battlefield, it was already easily like well into the morning. I wasn't looking at my phone. I just know it was pitch black outside, and it was pitch black. I couldn't see the moon, stars, nothing, just barely the road through my headlights. And
Bro,
I had my window down.
He's not blinking.
Because the AC wasn't working the best. And as I was coming around, there's a massive right curve right there before you cross the Black River. And then after that, you have the battlefield. So on that massive black curve, as I'm coming around, I had just started the curve, and I was about a third of the way through it, and I look over into the ditch on my right because I caught a quick glimpse of something, and as I take a further look, it looks like there's I'd say probably a 30-something-year-old man standing in that ditch wearing what looks like a Civil War uniform, just covered head to toe in blood.
Some shapeshifter or something like
well.
that. Could be.
That threw me off because I didn't expect to see it at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm calling 911 after I see him to report that, because for all I know, it could have just been a normal guy that was injured and needed emergency help. It looked like what had happened is he hit his head on something.
Okay.
And the blood was just pooling down over his face and torso.
Okay.
To be honest, like, imagine you're the cop that has to go check that shit out. I wouldn't do it. In the middle of the night, 3 a.m. in the morning, checking out someone super bloody just standing on the side of the road. I don't know if I would want to do that, man. I would send some other buddy first. Like, you go check it out. I'll come after.
And, well, as I was calling, everything seemed perfectly normal. Just quick phone call to 911, let them know, hey, there's a guy out here, and try to find somewhere safe to park so that way I can take them to him. Well, as you know from the 911 call, right as soon as I reported that, I already had my window up at that point, all of a sudden, I heard a massive bang in the on my truck.
Look, my boy's not blinking at all. He's so interested in the story. He's he's deep in it.
And my truck bounced down from the rear, like I was pulling a heavy trailer and I hit a pothole.
Wow.
And so I'm sitting there going, what the hell was that? Which I'm pretty sure you heard me yell, what the hell? I turned on my my bed light, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and all I saw was this white, like snow white face right up against my rear windshield. Like it was looking into my truck trying to see.
I don't think I would be able to sleep after that again.
It had shallow, sunken eyes. It had no nose. Just think if you took skin and put it on a human skull and stretched it thin. Couldn't see any ears, just that. And immediately I just started screaming. I didn't realize until afterwards that I had said that's not human.
In my opinion, he sounded pretty calm, to be honest.
It was just the first thing I started screaming because I was terrified. I didn't have my firearm with me, nothing. All I had was a wood splitting axe. So that's all I had. So, and my truck is loud as is, and it picks up speed fairly easily. Well, my truck at the time, it had a gas-powered 6-liter V8 Vortec on it, and it was a proper dual exhaust, hence why I had the window up, because that truck is nice and loud.
Okay.
Well, I'm doing in between like 55, 60 miles an hour when this happens, and
he said he's doing 55, 60 miles an hour, and that thing jumped on his truck while he was going that fast. How much speed did that creature pick up on in order to get on that truck? Can you imagine that? And it sounded heavy. Damn.
I just stomped on the gas for a second. When I looked at the speedometer before I slammed on my brakes, I was doing maybe 80. And I slammed on those brakes with all my might, and I went from like 80 miles an hour down to like 35 in just like a couple of seconds. And all I see is this super scrawny long body just fly over my truck in a ball rolling. And as I then swerve to the left and get back in the travel lane, and I floor it. And as I'm swerving to the left, I see it stand up, and it is easily taller than that truck.
No way.
I'm 5'10".
Tall mofo.
The truck is about 2 inches taller than I am. And this thing was easily like maybe 7 feet.
Wow.
And as I pass it, I look in my mirror and I see it bolt to the left into the woods, and it looked like some, I don't even know what the hell, because it looked like somebody took a normal human and stretched them out, starting with the limbs.
Wow.
It like abnormally long legs and arms, and it just took off into the woods. And I just said, nope, I'm out of here. I'm not staying to figure out what this is. And there's a gas station all the way at the corner where the highway intersects. And I pulled into that gas station. I was doing like 90 all the way to that gas station because that was the only place with any light that I saw.
Right.
And I just stopped in that parking lot and waited like 10, 15 minutes for state troopers to show up.
I wouldn't have stopped until I was in a different state.
State troopers show up at the gas station, and I'm just staring back at that road to make sure that it's not coming back.
Right.
Yeah,
so
oh my gosh.
I tell them what happened. They proceed to look at my truck, look in the bed of the truck, look on top of the cab, and on top of the cab, clear as day, you can see like it was scratching trying to get into my truck.
Really?
Or when it initially hit, another way to look at it is when it hit the back of the truck and landed in the bed, like it had latched onto the hood for a second and scraped trying to balance itself.
Yeah.
And you could see that clear as day. I mean, there was a couple of scratches from like squirrels and tree branches, but those those stuck out because it looked like it had landed like this and just ripped backwards. And
Yeah, that's
well,
scary.
they asked me to take them approximately where it happened, and I mean,
He had to go back. They actually asked this man to go back. Mm-mm. You wouldn't get 10 cops to bring me back to that place, especially at night. Fuck no. I would have said, let's go the next morning or something like that. Nah, no, hell no.
it's the middle of the night and you're going the opposite direction of where you just came. Your sense of direction's a little off.
Right.
So I took them back to approximately where I believe it was, because I couldn't see. I didn't remember any landmarks because I was going from the other way. But there was an S curve, and I think I took them. I think I might have taken them on accident to the S curve, but the incident happened before that S curve because I hit that S curve going about 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. I still remember the jolt of the truck, the fear, everything. I remember pretty much everything just in that one moment. I looked at the truck the next morning. Sure enough, scratch marks are right there on the roof of the truck.
What
I
were
would
the
like to see
reaction of
pictures of the truck,
the law
actually.
enforcement
I tried to
officers?
look for them,
The
but I couldn't
law
find
enforcement
anything.
officers, when they
This guy
showed
wants to
up, they were
stay
skeptical.
anonymous.
Although
But just the pictures
now
of the
they
scratches,
might not
so we
be
could
as
probably
much,
tell the
but
size of
at the
the thing.
time, the troopers especially seemed skeptical. Parks and Wildlife, when they flew the drone, they seemed more curious than anything, and EMS was more like, okay, are you okay? And they went and looked for the other guy and couldn't find him.
So the state patrol were there,
Yes.
EMS,
Yes.
wildlife,
and
the sheriff's department.
Yes.
I guess because we interviewed the sheriff, so
Yes.
he had deputies out.
And I think one of them might have broken off after the initial contact with me, but I know one of them was with me because I was still in fight or flight when they told me, "Hey, can you go back and show us?" Because I did not want to go back at all.
Yeah,
I don't
understandable.
blame you at all. I
For
don't
real.
blame you.
I still refuse to drive through that area at night.
Just at
'cause
night? You would never see me in
I
that
don't know
area
what I
again.
saw. I don't ever want to see it again.
For years, the residents
the sheriff
and
talking
people
about it?
out there in the Curry area near the battlefield have reported seeing things and hearing things that they couldn't exactly understand. The Moores Creek National Battlefield does sit well off the roadway. In the years past, we have had deputies respond to that area, different noises on the battlefield itself, things being seen on the battlefield that just couldn't be explained. The caller remained on a 911 call with my dispatcher. He stated he was traveling towards 421 to Johnson's Corner, where he met a deputy and a highway patrol. Judging by the distance and the time that it would have taken him to travel that, the timeline definitely matches up. Once our deputies in the North Carolina State Highway Patrol arrived at the scene of Johnson's Corner on 421 and made contact with the caller, our deputy spoke with him some. At that point, the Highway Patrol took over that investigation because it was a traffic-related incident. I don't know for sure what he saw or what he experienced that night, but it was obvious that he was distraught on the 911 call.
Like, for me, it's like, why didn't we hear about this? I mean, it's obvious for us, for me and you guys watching this kind of stuff. This stuff is very interesting and exciting at the same time. But I guess no news station picks up on stories like this if there's no actual real proof. It's probably a waste of time to them. But still, I didn't hear anything about this. This was 4 years ago. It's weird.
I'm afraid it's probably just one of those things in this world that we may not ever know the answer to.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
So after interviewing the young man, we'll call him T, after interviewing the sheriff who sent 2 deputies out, after consulting with a cryptologist, we have no idea what he saw that night. We have no idea what it was that jumped in the back of his truck. We just don't know.
We just don't know, guys. Apparently. So yeah, shout out to Carolina Case Files for making this interview happen. And yeah, shout out to them. And I actually looked in to creatures that kind of fit the description that he was saying. So I came across the Riverside Monster. I've personally never heard about this before, but it could be something like this, what I was thinking about. I mean, he said it was elongated, it was super long, pale and stuff. So yeah, I was thinking something like this, but I never heard about this. I also checked out pale crawlers. This might seem even more accurate because there's multiple stories like this apparently. And I found this guy actually talking about it real quick. Let's check this out right here.
Be sure to like and follow for more paranormal videos.
Oops. Let's start from the beginning. There we go.
What the hell is this thing? According to my sources, this video was captured on a trail camera in the Appalachian Mountains and appears to show a human-like creature.
Oh, that's so creepy. That is so creepy.
The figure appears to be very tall and humanly frail.
You just have to burn the house.
Gray-white color.
Burn the house that's close to that.
Slowly lumbers
can't live there anymore.
On all fours in almost an unnatural gait.
You know, the problem with videos like this is you can fake it these days so easy. AI is just way too good now. It's way too good. So we may, unless you see it for yourself, you might not believe anything you see on the internet because everything can be faked. AI has become so good. Like, I don't know. It's the better AI gets, the harder it's gonna be to believe the stories and videos like this, in my opinion.
But the most unsettling part is when it turns to face the camera and two glowing eyes pierce the darkness. Now, it's worth mentioning that we've seen trail camera images like this faked in the past, oftentimes part of a viral marketing campaign. So could this simply be another instance of that? Or could this be visual proof of a little known cryptid from the eastern half of North America? They call them pale crawlers, and according to witnesses, they're tall, skinny, pale-skinned humanoid creatures that come up from their
matches the description he gave us, even with the claws and everything. So, oh, that would be so scary. My gosh.
Subterranean nests at night, where they're sometimes encountered. So what do you think? Subterranean humanoids, or an elaborate hoax? Be sure to like and follow for more paranormal videos, just like this one. No.
Just like this one. Yeah. So, that's it for today. I want to thank all you guys watching to the end, of course. As I said earlier, I would very much appreciate a like or even a sub or a comment. You can criticize me. I will not have an ego fit about it. I will take every comment into consideration, as I said, and work on myself. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.